Come to the edge, we might fall. Come to the edge, it's too high. Come to the edge, and they came, and they pushed them, and they flew. That's from Christopher Logg, a British poet in 1968. This is exactly the trajectory and the experience in the Forex Apprenticeship Program. Yeah, so we actually had a number of experience participating in the Forest Apprenticeship Program, which include doing what we've not done before, most of us. We actually tried, some of us tried severally, and we were scared initially of how we would cope. Eventually, Forest Maestro, which include Mr. Conrad and Mr. Olumide and other instructors, pushed us off the cliff. And like Peter Pan, we flew. My name is Elijah Felix. I had a Bachelor of Engineering from the University of Benin, and I'm currently the Executive Director at Center for Women Inclusion and Strategic Development, formerly known as Pan-African Women Network. I've participated in several international conferences, both within and outside Nigeria, involved in so many social development work, training programs, diplomatic programs, international programs that has taken me quite in some part of the world to interact with people. At the same time, I have many other credentials and certifications, including fellowships from within and outside Nigeria. But then, despite this, I had a burning passion to develop competence in trading Forex. And then you can see why I participated in Forex trading and why I participated in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, rather. Now, my main goals of participating in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, my main reasons, I can categorize them into 4 sections. And I look at them. If you look at my screen, what you can see is initially I just wanted to gain knowledge, gain more knowledge, because prior to my participating in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, I have not participated in any formal institutionalized training as Forex Apprenticeship or as Forex Maestro or Forex Apprenticeship Program. It's what I've done in time past is maybe most of the time getting books to read on my own. Occasionally, I will attend seminars from brokers. Maybe some of the brokers I decided to trade with at that time, they would organize some training programs. So I could just attend maybe a 1-day or a 2-day training program. But most of the time, my effort was dependent on my personal zeal and quest for knowledge. So I was able to download books from the internet, or sometimes I get books from friends right from the university, my university era. So I was used to binary options most of the time than the regular traditional Forex. So when I heard about Forex Maestro and their Forex Apprenticeship Program, I think I was doing some research and then somebody told me about it. A friend of mine gave me, I think was it riding the train video or something. That was prior to my finding out about Forex Maestro. And when I watched it, I was like, where is this one from? How come all my years of searching, learning Forex or something on my own, I've not come across Forex Maestro. Neither have I come across someone called Mr. Conrad. So when after I watched that video, I went on LinkedIn and searched for Conrad Okongwu, and I saw his credentials. I was I was very interested, and I was just so happy that wow, at least he read engineering like me. I saw that he had a bachelor of engineering, electrical electronics engineering, just like I myself. So I was like propelled to like I wanted to know more. I said, okay, whatever it takes, I must connect with this man. I'm also connect with his institution. So then for my quest of knowledge, to gain more knowledge, I also acquired professional skills. So I participated in Forex Apprenticeship Program to acquire professional skills. When I saw that, okay, gaining knowledge, theoretical knowledge or practical knowledge is not enough. You need to understand professional skill, the professionalism involved. You know, I was able to correct myself through my acquisition of professional skills. You know, some of the mistakes we made in time past trading and due to lack of professional knowledge and skill. So beyond gaining the regular theoretical knowledge or practical peripheral knowledge, I actually acquired some professional skill that made me think and saw myself like a professional. And then it went further. And then in the process, I discovered that, okay, I can get access to technical support being connected to Forex Maestro. So that's another reason I also participated in the Forest Apprenticeship Program. So the technical support, you know, sometimes you have a challenge, you could easily drop your question on the chat box, the group there. Your colleagues could respond to you or even get the attention of other instructors, wonderful instructors like Mr. Olumide. Mr. Olumide actually is the director of programs at Forex Maestro and the one deputizing for Mr. Conrad Okongwu. Conrad Okongwu is the founder. I call him Professor by Excellence. So I was able to gain access to technical support from them. You could ask questions that are a little bit compounded, and they will be able to demystify the problem for you. And then beyond these things, I now discovered that oh, I can actually even get access to a community of like-minded people. So this is the fourth category of the reason why I applied for the Forest Apprenticeship Program. And you can see the initial one is to gain knowledge and then to acquire professional skill and also to gain access to professional support at the same time to be part of a community where I can contribute and also be supported. Because my main goal in life is not just one of my motivations in life is not just to um, I'm not just interested in acquiring knowledge or getting support from people. I also like to give out. I also like to support because in my professional life, I do a lot of mentoring training because I work with a lot of young leaders around the world. Sometimes we'll be in conferences and we need to solve problems together. I mean, problems that are of global concern. And then we have to provide solution and work together. And I leverage on partnership and network I have with people. So bringing that ideology into Forex Maestro, I say, okay, I can meet other like-minded traders like myself, and I can learn from them while I also support them. So, and then I always tell Mr. Olumide that I still want to see more women in the community because I see, statistically speaking, there are lesser women participating in trading, financial markets, financial trading, and the few women participating are usually one of the best. You have more men statistically than the women. So I like to see because of my background in women inclusion and gender works and some other leadership and development work. I still want to see more women as part of the community contribute to their knowledge and also learn from them. Now, how the program has helped me specifically. Now, specifically, what I've learned in my years of participating in the Forest Apprenticeship Program, you know, initially I spent more than 1 year in Forest Apprenticeship Program. Let me explain. Your typical Forest Apprenticeship Program is between 1 to 2 months or 3 months thereabouts. Okay, let's say usually it used to be about 1 month plus or 2 months, and now they had to revamp the curriculum to make it more suited for today's needs and shorten it to 1 or less than 2 months period. But in 2021, I participated in the Forest Apprenticeship 5 program, but then I couldn't complete the course at that time. I was in class, but sometimes due to my very my several professional engagement at that time, there are some I missed out on some of the projects. But then on my own, I was studying as much as I could during that period. So eventually this year I decided that okay, you know what, I can create some time out from my professional engagements to see because this is really what I want. Let me focus and get this done. I want to submit my capstone project so that I can proudly be addressed as a graduate of FAP. But last year I did not graduate because I didn't submit my project. But then I learned a lot last year. And the knowledge I learned from last year, the knowledge I gained from participating last year helped me go further. And then I still stayed in the system within 1 year. Eventually, I decided to participate in this last um, Forex Apprenticeship 9.0. And guess what? Of course, I gained more insight than before. It was like if I was starting all over, and it was quite fun because I learned more. And this time around, I was able to manage myself very well and my several activities to focus and also to finish because I want to start something and finish it. I don't give up because this is what I want. You know, initially I just wanted to learn trading because I just want to learn it as an avocation. But with time, I begin to see that I can actually build a career with it. You know, this era of 21st century, people can actually have build multiple careers and be successful. Yeah. So now the how has the program helped me specifically? If you look at my screen, what you can see that I deepen my practical and theoretical knowledge. You know, initially prior to me discovering Forex Maestro, Mr. Conrad, Mr. Olimide, I've relied on my own personal research, which is not enough and which is not sustainable, and also relied on several informations from the internet and friends, from people that are not really professionals. But when those knowledge helped me a bit, but not too much, because then I end up you know, several times I've traded, I've lost money, not knowing the art of discipline or risk management, proper risk management or managing psychology. So you blow your account several times until I found Forex Maestro. I need to get the consciousness of I need to build myself professionally. So when I deepened practical and theoretical knowledge, then I also got professionalism in trading. So one thing about Forex Maestro is that they are insisted on research and professionalism. You don't just do things anyhow in Forex Maestro. We want to be a trader, we trade with caution, we trade intentionally. Whatever things we do, we have our algorithms and our rules, our lead and procedures, which we execute trade, and that's professional. So I was able to gain more professional skills, that's professionalism in trading. Then I gained hands-on experience. Hands-on experience, like we learned simulations, we learned how to research, back test, you know, use of some specific analytical models or tools from the online or softwares to analyze your trading performance, understanding your psychology and risk management and all those things, model. And then I actually also gained consciousness in executive trade because initially I was scared. You know, before participating in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, I used to be scared in pulling the trigger sometimes. Of course, at some point, I became reckless. You see, at some point, initially I was scared. Later, I became reckless. I take mindless risk, especially when the market has taken something from me. I want to do a revenge trading. Yes, it has paid me well then that time. Sometimes yes, I will be able to cash out big money in a short time, solve problem. But guess what? It was not sustainable because the moment I try it, I will be lucky. Another time I try it, I'm not lucky. I lose more than even what I even gained. So it was not sustainable. So right now, I learned or I was helped by being more cautious in executing trade. At the same time, develop confidence in executing trade. Now, the confidence I'm talking of course, we're not talking about being recklessly confident. Like these two are like a balance. I'm cautious in executing trade, and I'm also confident owing to the fact that I know how much I can risk in a single trade, and I know how much I can lose in that trade. So I don't need to sit down all day to be watching my screen and be panting and be scared that oh the market is going against me. Well, I can decide to place trade and walk away. So I already pre-planned my risk already. I've managed it. Even if the market goes against me, I'm not going to risk more than the amount I've said I'm going to risk. And of course, you know, it's a game of probability. So if you do the things several times, you might lose for some time, But then if you are losing, does not in forex trading, losing the trade does not connect to failure. Prior to my participating in Forex Maestro program, I used to think that there might be a strategy that I will get that will be so perfect. So sometimes when I lose a trade, I'll be worried and like, why am I failing? So I thought losing a trade is failure. But no, losing a trade does not necessarily connote to failure. It's just a process of giving back. Let's say it's like the cost price you need to pay to be in business. That's according to Mark Douglas. He will say, Mark Douglas is a trading psychologist, by the way. He will say your losses are like the cost price, the running cost you need to be in business. You need to stay in the market long enough to gain. So I develop more confidence in executing trade because I know how much I'm going to risk. I won't risk more than that, and I manage myself. At the same time, I'm always very cautious in executing trade. And then you can see this green hexagon here to show that I'm launching into the financial trading career because my journey into the financial trading profession does not end with just FAP or participating in Forex Apprenticeship Program. I intend to go beyond that, of course, with the support, continual support from Forex Maestro. Now, my final words to people that may want to participate in the Forex Apprenticeship Program in the near future. Now, look at this bicycle. You can see the little pedal there controlling the whole big bicycle. There's what we call the 80-20 rule. According to Brian Tracy, Brian Tracy will say in life, do the 20% of things you need to do that will amount to 80% success in your life. And there are times you might waste your time doing 80% of things that may amount to little or 20% success in your life. Now, the bicycle has a pedal which is very small, less than 20% of the entire bicycle, but it controls the entire bicycle. Now, why am I saying this? You need to be in the 1% of the 1%. Most times when you go on YouTube, you listen to I used to listen to some pep talk on trading. They will tell you that only 1% of traders actually make it in the financial trading market. And I'm like, wow, will I ever get there? So my answer is Forex Maestro is the way forward, and Forex Apprenticeship Program is actually the vehicle you need. It's a pedal you need to be that would control you to be in that 1%, exclusive 1%. And how does it work? This is the trajectory of knowledge. Now look at it. Initially, before you participate in Forex, okay, now that you are interested in participating in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, you are in this level. But let's say initially I was unconscious incompetence. When I was in the university trying to learn how to trade on my own, that was some years back. I was not competent, and I don't know I was not competent. I just felt, okay, it's not just a simple, I can just learn it. And since I was doing engineering and I know mathematics, so I can just do it. That was the thinking. So I was unconsciously incompetent. I didn't know I was incompetent. But then after several years of failures, trying to trade on my own, making money and blowing my account, and then the quest of wanting to know more, I now became consciously incompetent. That means I now know that I don't know what, initially I didn't know I don't know. And now I now know that I don't know. That's the way it works. Now, if you want to participate in Forex Apprenticeship Program, most likely you'll be at this level. Conscious incompetence means you know that you don't know. Then eventually, when you participate in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, you become consciously competent. That is conscious competence. You develop that competence and relevant skills and knowledge you need to participate in the financial trading profession or the financial trading world. So you are consciously competent. And then if you keep at it, because practice makes perfect, you need to be in the community, you need to continue contributing to the success of the community and learning more and be available to learn from your classmates. Don't shun your classmates or your course-mates when you are learning. Sometimes we have this challenge. Sometimes you have this challenge of people wanting to do things on their own, and you ask them questions. To be as if you are bothering them, but no, it's not supposed to be. You continue. You show genuine concern to other people, and then you now become unconsciously competent. Means that now you already know. It's just part of you. You might not necessarily know that you know, but each time you just need to execute a task regarding to trading, you just do it at speed, light of speed, unconsciously, instinctively. It's an instinct. It's part of you. And then if you keep at it, you now become a maestro. And this is the where Forex Maestro is headed. Forex Maestro, the main focus of Forex Maestro as an organization is to ensure that they take someone who is a tabula rasa. Let me use that word. A tabula rasa is a plain slate. You don't know anything about trading. You are just a plain stage. They take you from the level of ignorance and unconsciously incompetence to the level of being a maestro, a legend in the forex market. This is a process. You need to keep at it. You need to keep learning, keep challenging yourself, and you don't give up. So finally, let's conclude on this. You do your best and be a little better than you are. Now, this is the way it is. You know, there is a, if you want to be the best in life, you have to be better than yesterday. I keep at it. So participating in Forex Apprenticeship Program is a good start because when you do your Forex Foundation course, you've done your best at that instant. You are better than way before, and then you take it a step further. You participate in the Forex Apprenticeship Program, and then you keep being better at what you're doing every day. You keep being better, and then you eventually grow into become a competent, highly professional, and definitely you'll be sorted after trader. So for more information, visit www.forestmaestro.com. Thank you very much. My name is Elijah Felix once again.